As far as concealers go, my love affair with always the Charte Shape, take two. Hey everybody, welcome back. And today we are going to be doing my recent favorites. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I started looking through stuff that I've been loving. There's a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to try and fly through this as quickly as possible. But you guys know I like to talk, so this is probably going to be a 1.5 year long video, so I apologize ahead of time. But if you want to see what I've been loving lately, then stick around. So first off, let's just start with some new products that I've really been loving. I've been loving the Bioderma. I got this at IMATS, and I've got to say, this is really worth the hype, guys. It just really takes everything off. It takes stuff that you didn't even know was still there off. It is really good. I have been loving this to clean up my wing. I feel like my wing has been getting a lot better because I've been using this and another favorite, PETA, that's okay. And another favorite, which is my new Delium Tools 760 brush, which is really teeny tiny little eyeliner brush to just clean up my wing. And I feel like I'm really kind of getting my shape down. So this stuff is awesome. Definitely worth the hype. Another new favorite for me is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I think this was in my yearly favorite, so this is not new. I am almost completely out of this, guys. I'm really sad I need to go buy another one. I don't know. I just feel like this is my favorite setting spray. I like it better than my NYX. I like it better than my Wet n Wild. I think I even like it better than my Photo Finish Primer Water. It's good. It's like 10 bucks. You can get it in the drugstore. And I feel like it really takes away any powderiness I have and just helps my makeup look more natural and flawless throughout the day. So love that as well. A couple of more repeats in here. This is what I've been using to do my brows every single day, is just the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. I love this stuff. What I'll do is I'll use my NYX, not NYX, I'll use my BH Studio Pro HD Brow Pencil in Brunette, and I'll fill in my brows and then I'll just brush them out. And then after I finish with my powder and any other product I've done on my face right before I set, I'll go in with my Maybelline Volumizer. And I've really been liking the way my brows have been lately. So those have been just repeat favorites. New primer that I've really been enjoying, and that is the new Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. This is smoothing, it's got smoothing, rosehip, and argan oil, and pore perfecting. So anything with a little bit of hydrating factor in there, I'm going to be all about, especially when it's smoothing. I think it's really hard to find one of these more, this is one of these more like silicone based primers. So it's got that kind of silicone dimethicone type feel to it, but I rub it on my hand and I instantly see a difference in the fine lines on my hand. But it feels moisturizing, which is a really hard thing. Usually I have to choose either or, and I feel like with this I can really get the best of both worlds. I've really been enjoying this primer lately. I kind of picked it up on a whim, and I'm glad I did because it's really good. Some foundations I've really been loving lately. I have really been loving the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. I am in the shade Ivory. I just did a whole review on this. I'll put a card up here if you want to see that. I have been reaching for this over everything. It's just very natural. It's got a nice like medium, like full medium kind of coverage. It's very natural. It's easy to wear. It wears great throughout the day. Again, it's oil free, but I feel like it just adds a beautiful kind of natural moisturized look to my skin. Love this stuff. I've also really been liking the Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. This is also new to my collection, and I'm in the shade 0.5. Again, I really like it. It's a nice, this one is definitely thicker, but this is definitely more liquidy, like my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. So good. I am actually, am I wearing this today? No, I'm not. I'm wearing the L'Oreal Pro Glow, that one. But this one, these have been my two kind of go-tos this month. Just a nice, natural coverage. I get coverage, but it's a nice, natural, not heavy look. Really been good for my dry skin, and I've just really enjoyed both of these. So drugstore recommendation, recent high-end recommendation. I would say you couldn't go wrong with either of those. So guys, I'm still loving the Tarte Shape Tape, but there are a couple new high-end concealers that I'm really liking. The first is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I'm in the shade Fair Neutral, which I love. I like this one. It's got a little bit more of a yellow tone. This one really reminds me of the HD, or what is it, Photo HD concealers from NYX that I really like. And then I've also been really liking the Radiant Creamy Concealer from NARS. I'm in the shade Chantilly, which again, these both have a little bit of yellow tone, a little bit of yellowness to them, which I really like for an under eye concealer because I do get discoloration and dark circles under there. And I feel like just a little bit of yellow helps to kind of cancel that out. But I have really been liking both of these. I kind of want to do high-low comparisons with the NYX HD and with the Maybelline Fit Me. So let me know if you'd be interested in those. I would love to do that. I want to start doing a high-low concealer series. Like, I know I do the high-low videos, but if you want to see one that's more concentrated on higher end concealers and lower end concealers, drugstore concealers, and finding dupes, let me know because I'm really interested in doing that. Let's talk about some liners that I've really been liking. Really, anytime I've been doing a wing lately, I have been going for my Tarte Tartist clay paint liner in black. I love this stuff. It's so good. I think it's just the best of both worlds. You get the benefit of a liquid in kind of the form of a gel. I feel like it performs like a liquid, but it's the consistency of a gel. It's really interesting, but I feel like it's the easiest liner to do my wing with. Again, I've been using the Delium Tools 760 brush. This is the brush I've been looking for. It is the most teeny tiny itty bitty little liner brush. It's got a nice stiffness to it. It's very thin. And it's just easy for me with my textured eyelids and my hooded eyes to get the best shape and line, and to do some wings that are really flattering and don't drag down and make me look tired and sad. So these two together, again with the Bioderma to clean everything up, best combination. So I would check out both of these if you have problems with hooded eyes. They have changed my liner game. Let's talk about a couple of pencil liners that I've really been liking. The first one is what I'm wearing today. This is from the NYX Faux Whites line in White Smoke. I've been wearing this one a ton lately. I love this whole line. I did a whole review on these, so if you want to see it, I'll link that above. But these are so cool. These are just a cool line of like really vibrant pastel liners that really show up. I've been wearing this one a lot. Like I said, I've got it on today. Really brightens the eye, but it's not so starkly white because it does have a soft hint of color. I've been doing a lot of purpley looks lately, so this liner has been kind of my go-to in a rim liner. I really like that one. I've also really been enjoying this new Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Eye Pencil in Walk of Shame, which has got to be one of my favorite colors of theirs ever. Eyeshadows, I don't know if you can see it, it's right there. It is perfect on days when I just want to cancel out any redness in my waterline. Alright guys, had to take a quick meal break because Daniel made me chicken and mashed potatoes and green beans, and it was delicious. But moving on, let's talk about some newer favorites, but things I've just been reaching for nonstop. And the first one is this new blush from Milani, and this is called Rosa Romantica. Absolutely love it. It's a really, really soft pink that's got quite a bit of sheen to it. It's almost like got a peachy pink duochrome to it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on my hand. It's so light. It's actually what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It could almost be a highlighter, but I like using it as a blush, just a really, really subtle blush, because it adds just a beautiful glow to the skin. It is so stunning. I love their baked blushes as it is, but this might be my new favorite. It's so good. Another new face favorite that I really haven't heard a lot of people talk about is this Glam Bronze bronzer for face and body from L'Oreal Paris. Mine is in the lightest shade. I was actually kind of torn between this one and the deeper one because the deeper one has a really beautiful kind of red tone to it that I thought would be really, really pretty, but I really do like this one. It reminds me so much of the Butter Bronzer. This one does not smell, but it's very subtle. I'm wearing it today. I haven't really been into contouring. It's been more about just kind of a subtle bronzer kind of on my, the back parts of my cheeks and around my forehead, just to warm up the face a little bit. This performs the same way. It reminds me of that, and it reminds me of the Physicians Formula Insta Ready bronzer. It blends out beautifully. It's very subtle, it's very buildable, but it's just so natural in how it warms up the face. I absolutely love it. It does have a slight sheen to it, but there's no glitter, no sparkly, nothing in this bronzer. I think if you are a pale skinned individual looking for a bronzer, this one is fantastic. I would put this right up there with the butter bronzer, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it. It's so good. Another face product that I've really been enjoying lately is this is the Chart a Course for the Stars palette from the Pirates of the Caribbean collection from Lorac. I absolutely love this palette. I love these blushes and I love these highlighters. I think this is just such a beautiful quality palette. You get 3 highlighters in here, and then you get 3 blushes. You could definitely use these interchangeably. You could use Lost Soul as a bronzer if you are fair like I am. You could use Caribbean as a blush. If you're deeper skin toned, you could use Bold Spirit as a highlighter. These are so pretty. The texture is absolutely gorgeous. I've been reaching for these quite a bit, and I've got to say I'm pleasantly surprised with them. I have not tried any of Milani's face powders before, blushes, highlighters, anything, and I'm really, really liking these. It's making me want to explore their powder line a little bit more. This is geared more towards, as a complete face palette, I think towards people that are more fair skinned, but if you are deeper skin toned, I think any of these would be beautiful any of these 4 would be beautiful as highlighters on you. And these would be beautiful as very, very subtle blushes. But this is only 30 bucks, so $5 a powder. I've got to say, this is quite a good deal. I love it. It's very compact. It comes with a nice mirror in it. So this is probably my favorite thing out of that entire collection. I really do like this palette, and I've been using it quite a bit. Alright guys, the last face product I want to talk about is actually the Black Light Highlight 6 color palette from BH Cosmetics. This is another product that I got at IMATS that I've got to say is just beautiful. I want to say this is like right around, what, $17, $18? I think I paid $12 for mine. These are so much fun. These are very much on trend with those colorful duochromatic highlighting products that are out with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Aurora palette, and the Moonchild palette, the Alchemist palette from Kat Von D. These are really beautiful. These are, I want to say, definitely a little bit more chunky than the Kat Von D. I don't have the Anastasia Beverly Hills, but they're so pretty, and I think the quality really is outstanding. I think as far as the pigmentation, the way they wear on the skin, and the color, I mean, they're just so much fun. These would go right along with the Faux Whites line from from NYX. They're great. They're very soft, beautiful pastels, but they still have color impact to where you can tell the difference on the skin. So I have been absolutely loving this palette. It's very unique in my collection, and I just think it's beautiful. I think if you're somebody who is looking at one of those higher end palettes, save your money and get this instead, because you're getting a whole bunch more product for about probably half the price. So really good, and I've really been enjoying that. All right guys, I do have one lip product that has really kind of been standing out for me. I did talk about a bunch of lip products that I've been loving lately in my most recent What Lipsticks Are in My Bag videos, so I will link that above and down below if you want to check that out. But the one that I think is just the most fun and probably the most unique right now that I've really been reaching for is the Pirates of the Caribbean Lip Duo from Lorac, and this is in Sparrow. I really love this color. It's so unique. It's one of those kind of like brownie mauve-y colors. It's so much fun. It's very odd. It's kind of one of those really odd colors, but I really, really like it. And I love the gloss. The gloss is beautiful. It's got a nice, like really pretty duochromatic shift to it. Absolutely love this. I think these are such great quality. I love the packaging on them. I've really been enjoying both of the ones that I have, but this one has just really stuck out to me. You guys know I switch up my lips all the time, so this one's really, I've been reaching for quite a bit. And then one more product I want to talk about before I get into eyeshadow palettes, because there's a lot of them. This is one of the new Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. I did a tutorial with this one, which I will put a card up here for, and this one is in Smoldering Satin. I also got this at IMATS. Guys, these are so pretty. They are so pretty, and they're so beautiful and easy to wear. That's the thing about glitter. You look at glitter and you're like, God, I want it, but it's such an undertaking. And these I find are just so, I want all of these because I think they're so beautiful. This color just really caught my attention, and I I wouldn't say you need all of these. I don't need all of these, but I would say if there are a couple of colors that you're really interested that you know you would wear quite a bit, these are so versatile, they're so beautiful, and I think they're worth the $26. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. So good. I want to put it on right now, but I'm not going to. All right, guys, so I have been trying out a slew of new palettes lately. I've got a bunch of favorites, a bunch of palettes I've been reaching for over and over again. I just did a video where I think it's going to be up before this because I think this is going to go up on Wednesday or Thursday. That might have been Monday or Tuesday video where I talk about my top 5 cool toned eyeshadow palettes that I've really been enjoying lately. So I'm not going to rehash those. You've already seen them. You know which ones have been my favorites lately. So I want to talk about some palettes that I have picked up recently that I've just been really enjoying. The first one is the Lorac Pro I Love Brunch palette from Lorac. Beautiful. I love the packaging. I was not going to pick this one up. I know I talked about this palette in my Lorac Swatch Fest video. I've got to say I really enjoy this. I do not go to this to complete a whole look most of the time, but I do go to this palette for inner corner shades, for just really soft washes of color, to add a little bit of color to the lower lash line. This has just been a great accessory palette for me. This shade right here, Gluten Free, is probably one of my all-time favorite highlighting, inner corner highlighting shades. It's so beautiful. I have been using that one nonstop. It already has quite a divot in it. This shade, Avocado Toast, I absolutely love in combination with that shade. It is so, so pretty. And then when you build it up and then combine those two, it's just the prettiest, most unique inner corner highlight shade. Love it. Other shades I really like in this palette, Hot Sauce and Sorbet, I've just been using as very soft, warm transition shades, and I really like Blueberry Scone and Smoothie as well. So this has just been a palette I've been reaching for, not to create whole looks, but to just kind of lighten up and brighten up more neutral eye looks, to just make my look more springtime and summertime kind of festive and appropriate. So I've really been enjoying this palette in that capacity. Now I know in the Cool Tone palette video I talked about the Naked 2 being one of my favorites. This has also been one of my favorites, guys. I know I'm late to the party, but I have really, really been enjoying the Naked palette. I have been using this just for easy, everyday looks, like just 2-3 shadows, throw it on and go. I've been using Virgin a lot all over the lid. I love just doing a soft transition with Naked. I'll deepen it up with a little bit of Buck, and then I'll just pick one of these shades to put on the lid. And I'm done. And it's a simple, easy eye look for me. I love it. I love Urban Decay shadows. I don't know why I haven't picked these up yet, but I'm really enjoying both of the Naked palettes. I think the 2 is probably my most favorite out of all of them now, but this one is right up there with the Naked 3 for me. So I'm really enjoying this one as well. It's an old favorite. If you have it in your collection, you know, pull it out and play around with it, because it's awesome. Also picked up a couple of the Juvia's Place palettes, which when I did my videos with the contouring, when I was talking about new contouring products, and I was talking about, I can't remember, I did a couple of videos with that green and red look with the kind of teal, aqua teal inner corner. This was the inner corner shade that I was wearing, but then I used the Nubian and the Masquerade Mini for the rest of the look. And I'm gonna say I'm really impressed with these. I was kind of skeptical about these shadows because of the hype that build up around them, but I've gotta say these are great. These have gotta be some of the best textured mattes I have tried in a really long time at the price point. They are so pretty, so blendable, so soft, so easy to create a look, and I absolutely love this. And I love this because it's catering to a wider variety of skin tones. It's not just, here's your basic cream shade, we all have 1,000 of those, here's your deep dark black, here's, you know, your transition shade. It gives you a variety, and it's, you know, like I said, I think it's more of a universally friendly neutral palette, and it gets you outside of the box a little bit more. And then I was digging into this one. I just got the Masquerade Mini because I just don't need that much product in the regular size. This one was perfectly adequate for me, but I've used Mally, and I think I used a little bit of Zola. I've been playing around with these shadows as well. This one right here called Giza is so super pretty. Mally is really pretty. Dahlia is really, I mean, these are just great shadows. I mean, I understand the hype now because they are so, they're just beautiful, and they're pigmented, they're easy to work with, they're very true to color. You don't need to foil them because they're going to show up that crazy pigmented they're going to show up that crazy pigmented on your eye. I really, really am enjoying this palette as well. I'm loving the mattes. I think this one is, if you're just going to get one, this is the one I would get because you get some neutrals and then you get some bright, colorful palettes. So it's definitely a very well-rounded palette. I got mine on sale. The price is great. I love the packaging on these. And I'm just saying I'm very excited to have these now. And I have a feeling I'll be collecting all of them because I have a sickness. What can I say? But I will be doing a tutorial for that look coming up shortly. I know you guys really like that look. You requested a tutorial. It is coming. I just got a lot of videos to film between now and then, but I'm working on it, guys. I promise. Finally, the last palettes that I've really been enjoying are these palettes from Makeup Atelier. These are another Poshmark find. I know they sell these on Beautylish and they're $35 a piece. You get 5 eyeshadows in here. They've got quite the range from what I understand, but I love these shadows. These have got to be some of the best eyeshadows I have ever used, period. They are so good. First of all, I love the packaging. You can tell that these are made for and marketed to professional makeup artists because of the packaging. It's sturdy, but it is see-through, so you know what you're reaching for. You can pull out these pans. They are magnetic. It's easy to just stick a pin in there and pop those out so you can customize these. They're compact, they're easy to store, and they are just beautiful. I have the shades. This one is in the shade Honey Brown. This one is in the shade Natural Brown. This is the only thing that I wore my eyes to eye mattes. I absolutely love this. I thought this was so beautiful, and that's what I wore to eye mattes that day. And then you have the shade Natural Chestnut, which these are all matte. These are all matte. And then the Honey Brown, I'll have a little bit of shimmer in them. But again, they're beautiful. They're so soft. The texture is amazing on these. They're going to be one of those shadows where you look at them and you're like, oh, yeah, those are okay. They don't swatch great, but I'm telling you, try these on your eyes and oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. They blend themselves. I want to do a full review on these with a demo, but these are just, they're so good. These are eyeshadow palettes that I would collect every single one of because they are just, I think these are some of the best eyeshadows I've ever tried, period, hands down. Alright guys, so that is my very long favorites video. I'm sorry this was so long, but again, I haven't done a favorites video in a while. I hope this was helpful for you. Fun fact, Peta now has lipstick on him. Come here, you wanna see? You wanna show everybody? Do you see? Do you see how he has red right there at the peak of his white? I was doing swatches and he decided he wanted headbutts, so he got lipstick all over himself. He's such a mess. Video I want to shout out today is actually, I've been watching a lot of Lisa Eldridge lately. For those of you who don't know her, she is a very, very successful YouTuber, but she's also a very successful makeup artist and makeup professional. She was a marketing director, I believe, for Shiseido. Now she's a marketing director with Lancome. So she is serious. She knows what she's doing. She's been in the industry. She is, and I find her videos so soothing and just wonderful and beautiful. I mean, she's just one of those people I could listen to all day. She's got this very posh voice, but it's very soft and subtle. But she's also extremely humble, which is something that I find so endearing with her. She recently, back in February, she did a video, or she put up a video on her channel where she's been requested to do a makeup look inspired by Princess Diana. And I love that she is humble and secure enough to where instead of just doing it herself, which she could have very easily done, she actually invited Mary Greenwell, I believe is her name. Forgive me, Mary Greenwell, I'm sorry, who was actually a makeup artist who worked with Princess Diana to come and do the look that she created with her. And I think that just speaks a lot to someone's professionalism and their level of artistry and professionalism when they can defer to someone that they respect who has hands-on first person knowledge of a situation. And I just absolutely loved it. Like I said, I love all of her videos. I could watch her for days, but there's just something about that just really spoke to me. So if you do not watch Lisa Eldridge, go watch her because she is an actual industry professional, very highly regarded and very successful, and she is just unbelievable, and I cannot believe she does not have more subscribers than she does. But as always, guys, I hope this was fun and helpful for you. Thank you so much for hanging out and talking about makeup with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Have a rockin' week, and I will see you next time. Bye.